Hello, and welcome to Let's Speedrun The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX No Save and Quit. No wrong warp, no out of bounds. I am your host, Sorlax7, and in this segment we're going to be going over all of Dungeon 2. What we saw last time at the very end of the video was that there was an acorn that spawned, which is I'm very confused by that happening. I've never really seen that. It must have been just something weird that happened with my save states. So if you follow my piece of power route, you should not see that acorn at any point. I have no clue exactly what happened. I have a vague idea. Somehow the first acorn spawned a little earlier than it should have. And that probably has to do with the way I was doing save states. So typically that second acorn will not spawn. So just ignoring that little detail right now, we're going to go on. So whenever you enter a dungeon, if there's a menu to be done, do it, and you should be able to skip that text. So buffer jump, get the powder out, and you want feather and powder just so you can save a few frames. Jump when you enter this room because that'll save the door lag. Powder both those things. Bring out your sword, and then face left and charge your sword, and you want to kill both those guys. Typically, piece of power will drop in this room. Since this weird acorn is here, we're gonna have to deal with not having it. Alternatively, you can face down. That actually will stop my piece of power from spawning there, or acorn from spawning there, because I took a hit. So when you do that, it also helps. I like to face left. Some people face down. You pick up the piece of power. Use either the save menu or the pause menu. Save menu slightly faster, but a little bit more difficult to do for some reason. Hit that switch with the jump, and then there's a fast strat for this room, if I do it correctly. So you want to hit that switch as soon as you can, wait a little bit, get that chest, and then just get out of there. Don't even worry about that. If you do not have piece of power by this point, I should make the save state right here. So you would swing your sword again. If you do not have piece of power at this point, the room will look something like that. You use a spin slash in order to hit the switch and kill the guy at the same time. But we do not want that to happen. Oops. Because we want to kill as few enemies as we can in this dungeon. For piece of power for Dungeon 3. I should go over why we need piece of power. Piece of power increases your movement speed by 25% until you take 3 hits of damage in the dungeon. Pits do not count, but traps and other spikes don't count either. But like the guys that like charge at you, the spiky guys, those count to losing your piece of power. So 3 hits of damage, not 3 hearts, but 3 hits. So for this room, you want to jump, grab the powder. Don't really need the powder. Hit the switch, and not fall in the pit there. Get the key, and then move on. Whoops. When you have piece of power, you don't want to jump. Piece of power is one of the only times where you would prefer not to jump over regular movement, because piece of power does increase your movement speed. So the only time, so if you jump, your speed gets slowed down to 16, and you're gonna lose a few frames. So don't jump if you don't have to. If you jump exactly diagonal, you save maybe 1 frame. Yeah, it has to be a perfect diagonal, because diagonal walking with piece of power is 15 frames, or 15 subpixels per frame, and jumping is 16. Just walk wherever you can. That's the lesson of that story. We're gonna go back to this place because I left a save state there. Get a wall clip there to save some movement. There we go. There's that perfect diagonal. We're gonna go over this room and just demonstrate the room real quick. Oops, messed up the room. But the way I do this room, do 2 diagonal jumps, push the left block, and push the right block. That's the fastest way to do the room. And when you do this room that way, oops, I paused the game right there. You need to get a wall clip into this block, or else the Sparky will hit you. And that counts for your piece of power, or losing your piece of power. So just do something like that. Oops, I missed the wall clip. That's not a big deal. And then go down the stairs. Some people will push this one first. and then push this one, and then make their way downstairs. That's slightly slower. If you do it my way, it's like a quarter second faster. So just do whatever's best for you, keeping in mind that I kill one keys there, and other routes may not. Okay, last time attempting this. And that's the absolute fastest way. When you go downstairs, you want to push down and right for like half a second. Push and hold down and right for half a second, then hold, or excuse me, down and left for half a second, then just hold left. So it's gonna look something like that when you enter. So that'll land you on the platform, not like that or like that. It's really simple. It's just a weird save state. And then these side-scrolling sections, it's important to know that the longer you hold your jump button, the higher Link will jump, and the longer Link will jump for. That does not apply in the other sections of this game. Alright, so you should be able to get through this room in one cycle. Same thing here. Just move fast. And then whenever you're ascending a set of ladders in these, if you mash jump, it moves it slightly faster. So I'll just use some auto fire, demonstrate real quick. Do not use auto fire in your speedruns. So just mash the jump button whenever you can on stairs, like that. This one, during the screen transition, you want to hold or buffer your feather. Not when Link is kind of spinning around, but like right around now is when you start holding your feather. That'll cause you to jump when the door or when the screen transition's over. And we want to hit the boss 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. That's what the boss should look like. You hit him up once, then you kind of knock him into this corner. This only applies if you have Piece of Power, because Piece of Power does extra damage and it has a knockback effect. If you don't have Piece of Power, I guess you can equip your bow and shoot him with 2 arrows. I don't really do that in speedruns, or you can try to just go for it just with your regular sword. So that fight again kind of looks like this. Sometimes he does still grab you, and it sucks. Okay, we're gonna move along. That's a perfect demonstration of bad Keese RNG. So if that Keese actually goes up and around this way, which is very rarely happens, try to jump over him and the pit. Otherwise, just make your way around the room. Do this room kind of like that. So, whoops, perfect. We can demonstrate this room properly. Normally, that's what happens. This room, jump up, and then jump up left a little bit. Try to dodge those bats. Diagonal jump, kill that bat. So we're going to go over what's called ghost skip, the way I like to do it. Enter this room, oops. Enter this room, touch northern wall, jump to the right, swing your sword when the ghosts, jump and swing your sword when the ghosts get there. Ideally you don't take damage. If that just doesn't work for you, the old strat was something like this. Then you get the bracelet. I keep on failing this, it's not hard either. Something like that. And then the ghosts will leave. It saves one menu. So then we want to equip bracelet, pick up these pots. You pick up pots slightly fast. You pick up anything slightly faster with Piece of Power. Pick up that one, throw it at the crystal switch. You want to be north, or you want to be as far up as you can, because then that Keese will always fly away. Then you want to be at the bottom of the screen here, so those Keeses don't trigger. This room sucks. So your goal in this room is to get the chest that spawns here, but that chest only spawns if you kill the bunny, the bat, and the Stalfos in that order. The bunny only dies by throwing a pot at it or by bombs or bomb arrows. So the way I always do this room is I push this thing down, do something like that. You really have to react to the RNG. I can't really demonstrate all the different possible RNG sets, but hopefully I can get something I do want to demonstrate. If the bunny goes, I need to show it. And I'm getting like good RNG. Okay, so if the bunny goes back into the spot, into this area, and he's all the way at the bottom, run to the bottom of the screen, wait for him to jump, and then throw the pot to kill him. Kill the bat, kill the Stalfos. Get the key. If for some reason you mess up and you're like in a race or something, just go there and this will respawn the room. Try your hardest not to have to do that though. Same thing here. kill this bunny, swing your sword, kill that slime. If the first bunny, I know their real names are Pole's voice, but if this first bunny does like a very short hop and moves to the left, you have to wait for him to jump again. It's really precise to throw the pot at him at that angle. Let's see if I can... Something like that, you'd have to wait for him to jump again. So I have to wait, swing my sword, kill that guy. Then while you're doing that, put your feather and your bracelet on, move along, grab this pot. If for some reason you throw that early, you can take out bombs, and bombs are heavy, and that'll lower the platform. Do something like this. So this trick is a little tough. It's a little muscle memory, but you kind of basically want to get a wall clip going, and then jump and hold up. If you're having trouble with it, just go all the way around. It's no big deal. It saves like 2 seconds. Just go all the way around. Not a big deal. Same thing in here. We want to, that's the boss door, so we want to pause when we enter the boss. And you need to make sure you activate them too, so you just make sure you go north enough to activate the boss, because if you... Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. So if I just do something like this, the boss fight never starts. So make sure you get him to jump. Also, you want your sword and bracelet out. He shoots 8 fireballs. So on the 8th fireball, you want to get a northern wall clip here while facing down and having your sword out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get that wall clip. See how I got the wall clip there while he's going inside his bottle. Then just move to the right. Hold A and B. That'll pick up the genie his bottle immediately. And then since you're wall clipped, you can throw the bottle and break it. If you're not wall clipped, that happens and it's bad time. So make sure you're wall clipped and you're like in the wall when you do this. So you throw the genie bottle, get your bomb arrows out, place a bomb right there, wait for it to explode, and shoot a bomb arrow. You shoot a bomb arrow by pressing bow and arrow at the same time. I wish I had a better save state for this now, but I'll just demonstrate this a few times. Try to have at least 1 heart of health when you do this fight, because he typically hits you, and he does 1 heart of damage. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Go in this room, jump when the door closes, and then we'll pick up the instrument, and that'll be it for Dungeon 2. The next episode we'll make it to Dungeon 3, and we'll go over Villa Skip, and that's about it. I will see you guys next time.